Hello, everybody. Today's that day, January 20th, and it doesn't take a raver whose first time this is putting on gemstones and has to learn the symmetry of his face to tell you that these next 4 years and probably beyond are going to be very difficult. What's going to make this less difficult, aside from the multifaceted thing that is mutual aid and the highly nuanced ideology that is revolution, is going to be suppressing stupid people. Stupid people have had their run. Here we are now. It's time for that to come to an end. And I don't mean stupid people, the definition of people that you don't like, that make decisions that you don't necessarily agree with, but aren't necessarily harming you. I mean stupid people by the definition of people who make decisions that harm themselves and others and continue to make that same chain of decisions. So, a few years ago, we started talking about this stupid epidemic. Back before our school systems went through any major changes or anything like that, we were talking about it. And here we are now with our school systems probably going to get worse because they're going to gut the Department of Education, which the president is directly in charge of. I was going to say the trajectory of our school systems are not going to be looking good. That's what I wanted to say. And it's going to take education mutual aid to combat that. It's going to take the community to make sure people know how to read and write and know how to do basic math. It's going to take the community to make sure everyone knows how to use internet, other electronic devices. We're going to need a lot of help. Education mutual aid has always been a thing, as long as mutual aid has been a thing. It's just that there are some forms of mutual aid they're going to have to ramp up more than others, aside from obviously financial mutual aid from the people who will somehow manage to keep their head above water, because we know that there's also going to be an onslaught of attacks against workers' rights. And I was one of many who did not witness the H-1B, whatever you want to call that, discussion on Twitter, but I did see it from the sidelines as retrogradedly reported on YouTube. And yeah, the upcoming administration and its merry gaggle of cohorts believes that the American public is too stupid to do tech. But the labor jobs will be the ones that will be stripped of being able to hire immigrants. And that's where a lot of our workforce is. So the only answer at this point is revolution. That's like the longer we wait, the worse it's going to get. But in the meantime, revolution's not going to work without mutual aid. And the stupid people have now split into the absolutely no immigration stupid people, the immigration only for white people like Germany, Europe, people that are usually white, those areas, that immigration's okay, and tech immigration, which is usually brown people, usually from India. So, of course, they're not going to be the anti-brown immigrationists. Things are already getting interesting, and we haven't even reached the inauguration yet. As of when I'm recording this, even though this is going to come out on inauguration day. And I really want people to get their head out of their asses. That's what I want. That's the best thing for us. Because MAGA has now realized that they've been duped by people who just want to take jobs and education away from Americans and basically have immigrants that they can exploit running our country, because they know that they can't exploit American workers the same way, because we understand our rights for the most part. Whether or not we choose to engage in our rights That's different, but we have them. Yeah. Dismantle stupid. That's the best thing I can end on.